Hi, I'm Eatough, the Soulful Sex Coach and founder of Ecstatica.com. Fairly recently, I met a very attractive middle-aged woman who told me that until her divorce 5 years ago, she'd never heard of vocalizing, making noises during sex. Now, obviously, she hadn't seen any porn. But you know that the pelvis and the jaw are actually connected in a way that can affect your sex life. The pelvis and the jaw are anatomically, physiologically polar opposites. I've been told this by physical therapists, osteopaths, doctors, chiropractors, and they all agree that there is this polarity anatomically, but there's also an energetic polarity between the pelvis and the jaw. And for example, opera singers are taught to relax their pelvis so that they can open their throats for better sound. And as I recall, when I was in childbirth classes before I had my kids, we were told to learn to relax our throats during labor so that we could relax our pelvis to make childbirth easier. So I thought, isn't that an interesting connection? And there are ways in which when we're shut down in one area, we can get shut down in the other. In fact, I remember when I had an accident, a physical therapist actually adjusted my jaw to help release the tension in my pelvis and to align my pelvis, and then vice versa. Adjusted my pelvis in order to release the tension in my jaw as a result of this getting thrown off balance from this accident. And that really got me to thinking, and I realized through my work with private clients after years and years, I've discovered that it really, there's a pattern, and that is when we are told at an early, tender age in childhood to shut up, especially at a very vulnerable moment, which is different for everyone, that it actually starts to shut down our ability to communicate freely, to speak our truth freely. And that includes to express ourselves freely during lovemaking. And also, it can tend to contract our energy sexually. I know of a number of women who've been either unable to have orgasms or had a lot of difficulty releasing or letting go into orgasms. And when we get into the deeper work, we discover that there's a real connection between being told to shut up as a child and being able to let go verbally and let go in their pelvis and orgasmically. Now, a couple of ways you might want to try to get in touch with this connection between your pelvis and your jaw. One is, imagine that you're kind of suddenly startled from behind and you kind of take that sudden in-breath like, so try doing that. And just notice if you have a contraction in your pelvis when you take that sudden in-breath, right? That sudden tension in your jaw. Another thing you can do is kind of go, wee, and just really relax and see if that relaxes your pelvis, to make some sounds or sing and kind of relaxes your pelvis. And if you dance and gyrate your pelvis, that'll kind of loosen up your jaw as well. Another thing you can do very consciously is to contract your pelvic floor muscles, the muscles that you would have to contract if you were trying to stop the flow of urine when you're in the bathroom. So try contracting those muscles and just see if you can at the same time notice that it causes a little tension in your throat as you're doing this, right? So I want you to be aware of this polarity, this energetic connection between your pelvis and jaw, because you can create an energetic circuit during lovemaking with your partner. So if you're kissing or having mutual oral sex during lovemaking, if you're kissing or breathing into each other's mouths while you're connected genitally, you can create an energetic circuit. And the same thing with mutual oral sex. You create a circuit. But if one partner is blocked, as I just described, in their pelvis or their jaw, it actually interferes with the free flow of that circulating energy. And it can actually inhibit the potential of your lovemaking experience. So the advice is to get in touch with the connection between your pelvis and your jaw and clear out the blocks for better sex. And I actually speak in quite a bit of depth about this. If this interests you, I have a video series called Unleash Your Inner Wild, and I speak more about this and about other places in your natural vital life force orgasmic energy flow that starts at the base of your spine and works its way up through your body to the top of your head. And you might be interested in this, and you can check it all out at
Ecstatica.com/inner
unleashyourinnerwild.com.
wild.
Again, I talk about the orgasmic energy flow that is natural to all of us, how you can enter an orgasmic state for better sex, greater sexual spontaneity, more spontaneity in life in general, more freedom to express who you really are and live your life more fully, all when you unleash your orgasmic energy flow and unleash your inner wild. So please check out my videos at
Ecstatica.com/inner
unleashyourinnerwild.com.
wild.